Are you guys ready for part 2 of our surprise Halloween cookie? I'm so excited. I can't even tell you for you guys to see the final result. But thought I would kind of rewind a little bit, and I did because I didn't show this part on part 1. So this is just me flooding the cookies, or actually unflooding the cookies because it's in reverse. I just thought it would be kind of fun. All right, now here we are. This probably looks familiar. This is one of the cookies that we worked on last time, and there are all the royal icing transfers I made. Aren't those adorable? Oh my gosh, I can't even. Those glasses with the big bug eyes. Oh, I think they're my favorite. So during today's video, we are going to be arranging these transfers on various cookies. Yeah, I told you the glasses was one of my favorites, so for sure that was the first one to go on. So we're going to be arranging these royal icing transfers on our cookies. And yeah, I made that little witch hat, and I thought, oh, that would be cute to just put on top of one of the letters. On top of the O. And this is sped up in 2 times the speed, just so you know. And then, okay, here, this was a eyeball that is like a piece of candy. Alright, now we have a few more cookies out, so we'll get to working on those. We have a little ghost. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but ghosts are huge this Halloween. I keep seeing them everywhere. And actually, we just bought a gaming chair the other day, and it's like a cream color, and the back of it looks like a ghost. I was telling my husband, I'm like, you gotta see all these ghost cookies I keep seeing. And I'll look at the back of the chair. He was like, yep, looks like a ghost. I was like, yeah. Also, yeah, bows are another big thing this Halloween. They are on trend for sure. So I'm just using some royal icing on the back of these transfers and then pressing them down. You don't want to put too much. You just really want to have just a kind of a smear over it. Because you don't want it to make it too uneven when you set it down on the icing, because if it's too uneven and you press it down on your cookie, it's likely going to crack. And then I thought this sock was just funny. It's so random. It just kind of makes me think that this little ghost is gasping about these socks laying on the floor. Then of course she has to have on her cool sunglasses. Are those not adorable? She is so cute. Her bow and sunglasses and her big wide open mouth. Adorable. So the bow that I put on her head, I'm not sure if you could tell or not, but it doesn't really lay flush against the cookie. It's kind of at an angle, so I just put enough icing on there to hold it on, and then the gaps between the cookie and the bow where it was kind of angled up, I just stuck my icing bag in there and piped some icing in there to kind of fill up that area to make it stronger so it doesn't collapse. And we have a little monster. And just some little stars. And like I said, these are all royal icing transfers. I just print out the images that I want and put it under a sheet of acetate. You can get it off of Amazon, one that's like food safe. And that's also what I cut my stencils out of on my silhouette. So I just put the sheet that I print out under the sheet of acetate, and then I pipe my royal icing on top and make it, you know, whatever I want it to be. You do want your icing to be on the thick side for the transfers. They just come out better that way. You don't want to be able to level out by itself. You're gonna have to like kind of shake your cookie sheet or whatever you have your transfers laying on, or else use a scribe and kind of get it to all lay down. Now we have a little pumpkin guy. I'm gonna put the eyes on him, and must be his socks up there because it looks like the socks he has on. I love his big googly eyes. I think they turned out so good. Then we have another ghost. It kind of looks like the one we already did, but if you notice, this one has a black outline around it. So it's a little bit different. And yeah, this pair of glasses did break when I was taking it off the sheet of acetate. And so you definitely could use them and just kind of glue them together with your icing. But as I was trying to put it on there, it broke. Another piece broke off of it. And I thought, this is not going to go so well. Okay, now we're moving on to another one. This little monster, he has 2 eyes, but he also has a mustache. He must be in disguise. I think it's kind of cute because I think all of these little monsters and ghosts and everything are all supposed to be in disguise for Halloween or in their costumes. And I thought that was hilarious, the glasses with the nose. Did you ever have that when you were a kid? They used to have them. It was like the little plastic glasses with the nose piece on it. They were so uncomfortable to wear, but I don't know why we were so obsessed with them all. I'm just piping a few orange stars on here and done with that one. All right, we're gonna work on this trick, treat, or both cookie that we started on the last video and dress it up a little bit. But I wanted to point out too that the nice thing about using royal icing transfers is that it gives you the opportunity to do your design off of your cookie. You do it on the acetate. You don't have to worry about messing up a cookie that you've already partially decorated and having to scrape it off or anything like that. On the acetate, if you mess it up, you can just use a little scraper and scrape it off. Just start over. It's not a big deal at all. Or just leave it till it hardens and just peel it off. Now, these transfers do take a little while to dry, and you want them to be completely dry before you try taking them off, or else they're probably going to break. If they don't release pretty easily off the acetate, they're not dry yet. A little trick that you can do that I've done before to speed up the drying time is my oven has a dehydrator setting on it, but I don't know that it really dehydrates. I would just put my oven at the lowest possible setting, whatever that is, like 175, 180. Turn it on and let it get to that temperature, then turn it off, and then put your finished transfers in the oven on your cookie sheet. Or I usually put my sheet of acetate on a cookie sheet. It's just easier that way because once you pipe those transfers out, you do not want to have to move that sheet. If you move it, they're gonna have cracks in it. You want to move like the cookie sheet as little as possible. So I would just put those in the oven with it off, but warm, and just let them stay in there at least overnight. Now we have another little ghost with some sunglasses. I love those purple sunglasses and their purple bows. So here you can see me, I'm sticking my piping tip in on the sides of the bow so that I can join the bow to the cookie. And for my icing bags, I use the tipless bags and then just cut the tip off, and that way I don't have to change out the metal or plastic tips on the end of the bag. Another nice thing about using Royal Icing transfers is you can make them ahead of time. So if you know you have a busy season coming up or have a lot of orders, you can get these done, dry them, and they'll be ready to go on your cookies.